Oh, he's brought a bev. Connor's brought a drink onto the show.
This is my Mount Franklin lightly sparkling lime with a hint of natural flavour.
Thanks.
No sugar.
That's lovely. That's lovely. We're very good these days. We're not on the beer as much as we used to be.
Oh, just you wait till Saturday and you'll be bloody regretting saying that.
Since last Tuesday, I've not had a drop of alcohol, which is the longest I've gone in a while. I had a sober weekend.
Why is that?
I think mental and physical health. You just need a break from every now and then.
You do sometimes.
And especially, this is actually a funny story.
Okay.
Monday night, I got myself very drunk on my own at home, which is very sad. But on the bright side, what I was doing, I started with the In-Betweeners movie, and then I watched the Five-ish Doctors, and then I watched all 1 hour and 15 minutes of the 50th anniversary synthetic spectacular, the Doctor Who at the Proms they did, and I frothed it. I was having a great time. It was one of those special features that came on the steelbook of the 50th, and I was like, I'm never going to use this. Like, it's cool to have. It's nice to have that on there, but I'm never going to use it.
Yeah.
And I watched the Five-ish Doctors, and then on the same disc, it also had that, and I was like, well, I could just do that right now, couldn't I? And I did, and I loved it.
Wow.
But I was like, I can't be getting that fucked up on weeknights. So
yeah, I try not to drink on weeknights. I had a bit of a big one last night, so I've been feeling a bit groggy today. I'm not against it. I mean, we used to do it heaps.
Totally.
But it was so much easier to, like, I have to make my way here now. And that means like I have to like find lifts, or not that I have an issue doing that. It's just a bit more difficult.
Yeah.
Whilst if I don't drink, I can literally just get in my car and drive home, and I can drive here.
I was talking to someone like just then actually, and a friend, and they like just started listening, and they referenced
What's
the
our
newest
show?
Yeah, and they referenced the newest episode, and then like they referenced that yesterday, and then today they were like referenced something from our End of Time episode, and I was like, fuck, that's when we were so drunk on every episode back then.
Yeah.
That whole like
the
end of series 4 and the specials is a murky mess to me.
It's funny, I was thinking the other day that this time last year was when I was watching, I remember it popped up on Saturday, I think, from a memory. I was watching Planet of the Dead, so it was around this time last year. So we've literally been watching Smith episodes for pretty much a year.
Yeah, wow. There you go. It feels like it as well.
It does feel like it.
I'm keen for some fresh Capaldi.
I was going to say, actually, it's not really been just Smith, though, because we've done a load of classics. We've done season 13.
Yeah.
So we haven't really just had just Smith, but yeah.
That's lovely. Look at us. We're so alcohol friendly, alcohol free. Maybe, I don't know.
Sober.
Grown. Character development.
Teetotal. Yeah. Well, again, 100th's coming up.
Yeah, no, that's my first day back on the Bebs. I've scheduled it in, don't you worry.
Yeah, that'd be really fun. And it's a celebratory experience, okay?
I had something...
you got to be on the beers.
Something came in in the for the episode today.
It came? Okay, so, awesome.
I'm excited for
I need to start prepping for that.
Yeah, we're recording in 5 days.
We got a week though, which is good.
6 days. Yeah.
Yes, we got a week, which is I think more than enough time to prepare.
Yeah.
It's so funny. This is the week of WA's. That's Western Australia. As Omicron. What's it called? The height of the.
Yeah, the peak.
Yeah,
well, we're getting there.
So. I'm just so worried something's going to happen.
Yeah.
And we have to do it through Zoom and then do like 103 spectacular.
Don't stress about it.
I've been stressing all day about it.
Calm your farm.
I've been stressing all day about it.
Mount Franklin sparkling water can,
no sugar.
Mate. Not sponsored. #AD.
We'll happen.
Guys, we are the 50% Doctor Who podcast. We talk about Doctor Who, if you couldn't tell. In fact, you probably couldn't because we just kind of spoke about drinking. But that's what we like to do. Well, that's a combination of what we like to do. Doctor Who and drinking.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, today we're going to be talking about an adventure in space and time in the lead up to the 50th anniversary next week, which is also our 100th episode. Today we're also going to be talking about the Five-ish Doctors. So that's cool. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at 50doctor if that's the kind of thing that you like to do. Or you can watch the footage over on YouTube at the 50% Doctor Who podcast. Shall we get into it?
Do it. Hit it.
There we go. That was good timing.
Thank you. 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50%. Pop, cat.
Remember when dabbing was a thing?
Yeah, I still dab here and there.
That's very lame. I really just cringed at what I was just doing then.
Well, it's so cringe that it's good. It's like saying D's nuts.
I really don't know. No, I don't think it... Actually, D's nuts is still kind of funny.
D's nuts is hilarious.
If you get the right timing, D's nuts is fine.
Yeah, there's some good memes. There's some good stuff.
I'll allow it just this once.
It's funny.
So we're going to talk mostly in depth about Adventure in Space and Time, and then Five-ish Doctors will just have a fun little laughy chat.
A bit like we did last week with Night of the Doctor.
That's exactly right. Mm-hmm. So Adventure in Space and Time is a 2013 British biographical television film, lots of B's there, starring David Bradley, Brian Cox, Jessica Raine, and Sacha Dhawan, directed by Terry McDowell and written by regular Doctor Who writer Mark Gatiss.
Yep.
It premiered on BBC Two on the 21st of November 2013. So if you guys don't know, this is one of the big things that came out around the 50th, or 2 days before the anniversary. And it was a big biographical feature film, in a way. It's still very much like a TV movie kind of thing. But high production values, it's not done on the cheap. And yeah, we're going to talk about it. Conor, broad strokes, what is your initial thoughts on Adventure in Space and Time?
I'm so glad this exists. It's such an awesome thing.
Yeah, I can't believe it exists.
I can't either. It's really lovely they actually... you're right, with the whole budget thing. It didn't seem low budget at all. You can tell Mark really cared, I think. Mark's so good. He's so good at, like, this was some great writing from Mark, I feel like. Yeah. I wish we could see this in Doctor Who, but you can tell he really just loved the show, I think. And it's so awesome that the BBC said, let's do it. And I hope we get stuff like this for... obviously, it won't be something like this, but I hope we get stuff kind of similar when we get
just like something 60th. That's not just the special.
Yeah,
you know,
like
just a bit more content.
Five-ish Doctors.
Yeah,
you know, we got all that cool stuff.
I think for me, this is so well put together. Every aspect of it is phenomenal. I think from score to casting to the performances itself.
It's not Murray, but the score is fantastic.
Yeah, it really is fantastic. It's a nice fresh air from Murray, but also not too different. Yeah. And I gotta say, I think this is one of, if not Mark Gatiss's best scripts in general. Baby. Like better than his Sherlock stuff, by far better than any of his Who stuff.
Yeah,
this
I
is
agree.
Definitely the best thing he's done for Who.
It's so lovely, and it's I'm so glad it exists. I haven't watched it since it aired.
Really?
Yeah,
I've seen it a few times. I watched it a couple of years ago, I remember.
Yeah, not since it aired. I'd revisited the score a fair bit, but and I think I rewatched the last scene, which is beautiful, where Matt pops up at the end. I think I rewatched that because also it's my favorite piece of score from the TV movie, the movie.
Yeah.
But Mark was so perfect. I remember when I saw he was writing it when it first got announced, and I was like, I don't know about this.
Especially back then. I feel like now we're a little bit more.
Yeah. Now I'd be like, I want him to come back. Yeah. I'd love Mark to come back with R2D2.
He's
same
so
as
familiar,
Stephen.
you know.
Yeah. It's great, and you're right. This is his best work. I really think this is beautiful. A beautiful piece of work. And it's such a good way of showing how the show worked and how it started. And I also think it really doesn't sugarcoat. It showed the flaws of the show, I think, as well, and how kind of cutthroat the BBC could be.
Yeah, totally. Pretty damn brutal when they were like, we want you to cancel Doctor Who.
Yeah.
That was rough.
Kill Doctor Who.
Yeah. So story-wise and structure-wise for me, it's very... one of the... I want to say the two flaws, and the other one is a bad good for the week. I know we both have, and it's so obvious.
Do we?
But okay, you don't. All right,
I don't think so.
When I say it.
Okay.
Okay, but the only actual like creative flaw that I have with the episode is that it moves a little quick in parts. I think the pacing is not off that it's like shit and annoying like the start of Rogue One.
No,
but just like some scenes, it does feel like we're moving through stuff a little too quick, and
totally agree.
And I think it's like they were probably given like I think it's like 85 minutes long or something.
Yeah, just given like a time limit.
So they had a lot to do in that time. So it's not a major criticism. And look, when it wants to take its time, it does, and there is some lengthy scenes in there that are so welcome and so enjoyable. But some scenes just feel like they move a little bit too quick for my liking. But other than that, I think the script and the story and the pacing, the direction, the cut of it all, everything like creative wise about it, I think is really, really solid.
Yeah, I totally agree with the whole pacing thing. I did feel like, especially when it went from the show starting to it being a success, and then the whole Will leaving thing, I feel like was quite quick.
Yeah,
it kind of just happened.
Because they spend a bit of time setting it up.
Yeah.
And then they go very quick towards the end, and then they slow down again at the end.
It becomes like it's shit, like it's not doing well rating wise, and then it goes it's going really successful.
Yeah.
Is it Verity
Lambert.
Yeah, she like kind of just leaves.
Yeah.
And just gone. And Sasha leaves as well.
Yeah.
The director leaves. It kind of just feels like, okay, like chop. And then William Hartnell leaves in the movie. But yeah, that's me. That's me like you, kind of. If I had to pick something I didn't really like about it.
It's never distracting.
It's something you, I guess, pick up along the way, but it never distracted me from enjoying it.
Totally.
At all.
Fun fact about this episode is its producer is Matt Stevens, a name that you may...
What, from Chibnall's era?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same guy.
I think it must be, yeah.
Let's fact check that, but the producer is definitely a guy called Matt Stevens. And it's Stevens is a very particular last name. So
Aidan's got no internet.
Let's just say it is him, shall we?
It's him.
I think it is him. We confirmed it.
He worked on Doctor Who before.
But yeah, Matt Stevens is the producer, so that's pretty damn cool. All right, let's talk about the cast and the characters a little bit, shall we?
So good.
It is so good. It is so damn good. God, there's a strong, long cast here. David Bradley as William Hartnell, I think is one of the best casting decisions Doctor Who's done.
It's so great.
He looks so much like him, and he gets the performance so right, especially here. Twice Upon a Time, it's a little bit different, but I think here he really
so crazy thinking he comes back for Twice Upon a Time.
I know, but I love it. It makes sense. And like I was listening to a podcast where people were talking about, they felt like
Big Blue Box.
I don't remember which podcast it was. It was just a podcast, and they were talking about their problems with. Listen to the Big Blue Box podcast if you like; they're good. That they would have problems with characters coming back and being recast and stuff like that. And then they mentioned that they weirdly forgot and don't have a problem with David Bradley as William Hartnell, which I think I get that because he got kind of established in the TV movie, and then it just strangely made it work, and it made it work fine. It would be weird, I think, if it was anyone else.
It's a very respectful performance as well, I think.
Yeah, I agree, and very very solid and very emotional.
It's very, very, very solid. He's a smashing actor. He's in everything, and he's always so good in everything.
Yeah, he's either funny or most of the time he's funny, but he also has this emotional, grounded root.
He's just like, I've literally seen him in like sometimes like one-off episodes of like TV shows I watch, and he's always nails whatever like he's kind of going for.
Yeah, he's in Hot Fuzz, isn't he?
He is.
He's got that small.
Yeah, he is, and he's also in he's in World's End as well. He's in World's End. He plays Basil.
I don't really remember that one. But
he's in 2 Edgar Wright films.
Yeah. There you go.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, isn't it weird that we had another multi-Doctor story with 12 and 1, and no one ever brings it up or even thinks about
it doesn't get looked at too much like a multi-Doctor story, does it? It's just kind of like,
I guess part of it maybe is that it's not William Hartnell. I guess people don't remember it like that.
It's probably 3 things. It's not William Hartnell.
It's shit.
It's not great, and it's Pete's last story. So that's probably one of the big things that it gets sort of looked back on. It's a regeneration story.
But no one ever thinks about it. Like no one ever like.
I mean, I think people do talk about it, not as much as like the 50th or anything.
But it's that's what I'm saying though. Like it's not like whenever I think about the last time we had a multi-Doctor story, thinking about the 60th coming up, it might be a multi-Doctor story. I don't think about the last time it was Twice Upon a Time. I think about the 50th.
That's fair.
But yeah, his performance is so great, and I think it would be really awesome to see him come back for Twice Upon a Time. And I remember when they announced him that he was going to come back for the episode, it was like awesome to hear. Yeah, and it was really welcomed. Yeah,
it was very, very celebrated, and it was kept mostly a secret. I think some filming pics leaked though.
It was, yeah.
But overall, it was like mostly to the general public, kept under wraps until the end of the Doctor Falls from memory. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because he rocks up at the end of Doctor Force, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
All right. Look, I think the guys that played William Russell, who's Ian, Jacqueline Hill, Barbara, Caroline Ford, Susan, the 3 actors that played those. Sorry, this is difficult. I'm talking about actors that were playing the actors that were playing the characters of the First Doctor's companions. So the actors that were playing the actors were Jamie Glover, Gemma Powell, and Claudia Grant. They're sort of the main 3 companions. There's a few more in there. And I think they all gave pretty decent performances. Nothing really stands out. There's a few good moments from Claudia Grant, who played Caroline Ford, Susan Foreman.
Yeah.
There was a few good moments with that. But other than that, the other 2 were there and they were good, but they didn't really have any meat to work with, you know.
They kind of they touch on Susan leaving, which I assume was something to do like behind the scenes stuff, which I didn't.
I think she just wanted to move on to other things.
Yeah. So they kind of touch on that, and then this is what I mean, like the pace and stuff, because it kind of cuts to new companions.
Yeah. Which
I had no idea.
Really
I had no idea who they. I'm sure you did, but
I could throw some names out there, but I couldn't put names. I think one might be called Polly.
Yeah, Polly rings a bell.
And I think Dodo is one. I think the actress passed away for her.
Okay.
A few months ago.
Yeah. So that was really, I think, rushed and.
Yeah, it was.
I get what they were going for, and you could see Will's health deteriorating and how he felt. Like almost like the show was going forward, and he's the main part of it, but he also felt like he was being left behind almost.
Totally. Yeah, big time.
Which is all really good, beautiful stuff. I just think, like we keep saying, a little bit rushed and a bit too fast paced. But I'm glad it's all in there, and it's important history.
It is.
As well.
It is. It's great to. I know I learned a lot the first time I watched this.
So did I.
But also, it's so entertaining. It doesn't feel like you're just being screamed facts about Doctor Who. You know, it's very good. Brian Cox as Sydney Newman.
So good.
So good, dude.
So damn good.
Pop, pop, pop.
Pop, pop, pop.
Pop, pop, pop.
Dude, so good.
There's that great moment where he says something smart, and then instead of saying pop, 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 he just mouths, and he just goes.
Yeah.
And it's like,
dude, so good. Yeah, the casting is so top notch.
Yeah, especially him and Jessica Rae and his Verity Lambert.
Yeah, it's
them
great.
Two work together so well, and like them first scenes when they're first discussing the ideas and they're talking in the office, and then it cuts to them walking out of the office, and there's just so much like chemistry and charisma between the characters, and he's all going pop, 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 and she's all being a boss ass bitch.
Yeah,
she's so good in it. I think it Verity Lambert doesn't get enough credit for, one, obviously producing the start of Doctor Who, but two, being such a young female producer, and it's absolutely insane. Killing it. Like I'm sure it was very troubled her getting to that point in her career. I'm sure she got a lot of shit when she started it.
Yeah.
So I think it's really good. Really good.
That's so interesting, and watching that and seeing her, she gets a producing role, and many people in the BBC don't understand why or how it happened.
Yeah.
And I think it's so interesting as a show we got today, how it started. And particularly now, we're only really seeing now more female artists
and
get in those kinds of jobs. And I think it's so interesting that what Doctor Who is now started off as something like this, which was unheard of even more in those days.
Yeah, I think it shows that Doctor Who's always been a relatively progressive.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head with that.
Like, I think, every now and then maybe it falls behind with a joke that Stephen Moffat makes or something like that. But upon the whole, we just need a female showrunner, I think, is what Doctor Who desperately needs. And I would have preferred...
Oh, man, we should have gone one.
I don't want to say I would have preferred it over RTD, but if it wasn't RTD coming back, then I think I would have loved a female Doctor. Would have been
We've said the entire time that we were scratching our heads that Jodie didn't get a female writer. When
it just makes sense.
It doesn't make sense that why is a man writing all these scenes that are meant to be this like empowerment stuff, and it's like,
which I don't know that down the line there should be a problem with that, but I think it's like for the first female Doctor, it would have been kick-ass to have a first female showrunner.
It's like, you kind of like half-baked it. It's like, if you're going to go and do that, then why not?
Yeah. But I think Chibnall was hired before the BBC said female doc. Because I think Chibnall was the one that was like, I want it to be a female doc, I think.
Yeah, he wanted Jodie, yeah.
And that's good, because to be honest, if I was in his shoes, that's what I would have done as well.
Yeah.
But, Yeah, okay. And so we also have Sacha Dhawan, the master, who plays Waris Hussein, the director on an Unearthly Child, and I think a few other adventures. Yeah, I think he's great. He's so weird seeing him so calm. I've seen him in a few other things. He's in Line of Duty for a bit and stuff, and he always plays such diverse roles, and I think that's really, really good. And he's great in this as well. Him and Jessica Raine as Verity. They're really well together, and
it's really fun to see him in this, and then know that he plays the master down the line.
Totally.
And he's a great master.
Well,
I want to see more of him.
All three of these main behind the scene cast members have all been in New Who at some point. So Jessica Raine was obviously in Hyde.
Yes,
she was the girl in Hyde.
Yes.
Brian Cox, I'll get to him behind the scenes.
Okay.
Down at the end of the episode, I'll let you know. There's a little tease to make you stick around.
Oh, I gotta stick around.
Yeah. It got very dark all of a sudden, didn't it?
Yeah, I was thinking that.
The sun's dipping. She'll be right.
That's at WA sunset. The only place it happens in Australia over the ocean is in Western Australia. I've told that fact before.
You have.
But like you said, new viewers who need to hear my facts about Western Australia.
Yeah. Other than that, that's the main standout cast for me.
Yeah.
Another thing, just production wise, I think worth saying is the production design was awesome. The costumes and the sets were good. So pretty.
Did they borrow stuff from? I heard they borrowed stuff from the Doctor Who experience.
Yeah, I assume they would have.
Yeah.
It's cool. So pretty, and the cinematography complements it so well. It's so colorful. It pops.
Yeah.
And there's my favorite scene is the way it starts, and then when it comes back as well. When Bill Hartnell is sat in the car, and there's the TARDIS.
Yes.
Or the police box there.
But it's actually a police box.
Yeah, and it's just shot so pretty, and then the score complements it so well, and the performances are so nice and real, and it's real good. Fun fact for you as well. So I'm full of them. Pop. Is that so? Obviously, William Hartnell's real name is Bill Hartnell.
Yes.
But his wife is called Heather.
Mm-hmm.
Does Bill and Heather sound at all familiar to you, Connor?
Bill and Heather. It rings a bell. Yeah.
How about Bill Potts and her girlfriend Heather in Series 10? How cool is that?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Stephen.
All right,
Moff.
Sucking
Moth.
some Who history dick.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it. It's a really beautiful little touch.
That TARDIS interior though. Oh, so beautiful.
It is. Hey,
so pretty.
That classic.
It really is.
Classic look.
It really is pretty. They didn't half-ass any of that stuff, which is so great.
It looks amazing, dude. It
we
really
would have
does.
been able to tell.
We would know. If anyone could, Connor could.
Yeah,
big fan of classic Who.
Oh well, I mean, thank you. Yeah, I've seen that that set in real life, and it's at the experience, and it's very pretty. It's lovely.
Very pretty.
It's very lovely.
So now that you've seen a bit of classic Who, did this episode hit any different for you than it did in the past? Yeah,
definitely. But also, what I did was I wanted to show my girlfriend it because
you mentioned that. Yeah,
I show her a couple episodes here and there, only stuff that I think is pretty good. Haven't watched one in a while. I think the last episode we watched together was Angel State Manhattan. But because I kind of just throw her into it, I understand it's quite a big show to just get thrown into. I was like, I really want to show you this. And we both just really enjoyed it. And it meant a lot to me because I'm like, this show means so much to me. Obviously, I do the podcast with you. I'm like, it's a huge part of my life. I'd really love if you watch this because I think it's really great. And also, I think it's a brilliant portrayal of how the show started. And it was a really lovely experience to watch it with her. And to say, like, okay, this is going to sound really cringe. We have this meme about the Mondasian Cyberman because she calls it the toilet roll man. And literally one of the opening shots of the
is the toilet roll man.
Is the Mondasian Cyberman. She's like, toilet roll man. I'm like, hey, let's go. Like, this is why I'm showing this.
The toilet roll
they
look
fantastic.
They look amazing, yeah. All the monster designs look great.
Yeah, so that's the 10th planet then.
Yes.
His final story. Yeah, so little stuff like that. I am dropping the Who seeds.
The Who
seeds. So it was lovely to answer your question. Yeah, it did affect me a lot more this time rewatching Who, but also I got to watch it through someone else's eyes, who obviously means a lot to me.
That's always special.
So yeah, it was very special. And it was on BritBox. I searched on Stan, which is where it used to be, and I was like, fuck, I'm gonna struggle. Anymore. It's gone. It's on BritBox. I was like, am I gonna fucking struggle to watch this somewhere?
If only you had the limited edition Steelbook Blu-ray.
I do have it on Blu-ray, but I haven't got a Blu-ray player in my house, which is ridiculous.
Well, that's a good segue. We'll come back to Adventure in Space and Time.
We'll come back soon, folks.
One brief note is that Leslie Manville as Heather Hartnell was very good. I just want to say as well, and she's very good in the Phantom Thread as well. She's a big
Phantom
part of that.
Thread.
She's amazing in that.
Okay.
Anyway, segue. You mentioned Steelbook. Shall we do an update on where can Aidan get the Series 9 Steelbook? Will he get it? I don't know. Let's find out.
No, he won't.
That's the big answer. Well, no. I don't know. The update I have is that, obviously, like I said, sober weekend. So late Saturday night, you know what I got up to?
You try to find the Steelbook.
That's right. This motherfucker right here, this guy, ginger hair and 2 thumbs right here, he went so in depth, he tracked down the manufacturers of the Series 9 Steelbook, and I sent them a way too long email that is probably going to make them look at it, and they're going to be like, I'm not reading that. I'm skipping. But it's basically me just saying like, hi, love the Steelbooks you make.
Huge fan.
Huge fan
Got
of
a
Who
podcast
and all the ones
about
you
Doctor
do.
Who.
Definitely didn't mention that. I should have been like, I have a podcast, and if you don't do this for me, I'm a fucking out you on the podcast.
Slam you.
But no, I basically said, look, if you, I don't know if you ever custom make any, I can pay for that. But also, if you just happen to have any like, you know, prototypes or anything, I don't need the discs. I've got the discs. I just need the fucking Steelbook case, please. That was like 3 days ago. They're not got back to me.
They haven't got back to you yet?
No, but hopefully they will. I'm holding out hope.
Well, that's good.
If not, I'll take it to the next level. I thought.
And what's that?
I don't know. I'll figure that out. Okay. I actually thought that this could make a really funny, silly, like 10-minute YouTube documentary for the channel.
That'd be hilarious.
Down the Steelbook.
Yeah.
That's great. I'll see how it goes. I thought it could be quite funny. Like
well, you found the. It made me laugh. You had found a copy.
Yes.
And I'll read the price out because it's literally so expensive.
I went to Nicole and I was like, Nick, I found one of those Steelbooks I'm after. How much was it? Guess how much it was? And she goes, fucking $200.
Like, I wish.
More. And she's like, $400? Connor, what is that great sum?
So it's 1,000. This is AU, Australian dollars. 1,787.90.
Oh my god!
But the thing that makes me laugh the most is 116.59 posted. It's like, as if that's not bad enough. They're like,
what a bargain!
Here's the posted.
This is what I mean.
Costs $116.
It's like these Steelbooks come up secondhand so rarely, and when they do, so they are fucking almost $2,000 worth of your money.
It's ridiculous.
For I already have the discs. I'm not paying that for a little metal case.
Don't you just wish you had like exposable money where you could just be like, that's ridiculous, but I can do it.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
That's what they're hoping someone would do. It's like, yeah, fuck it. I got more money than I know what to do with. I'll buy this Steelbook for nearly $2,000.
I went and had a look, and they also have the Series 1 and 2 Steelbooks on there.
Okay.
For like $900. So not quite the nearly $2,000, but also with $150 postage.
Lesson here, kids, is buy the Steelbooks when they come out.
I'm an idiot. I never did it for Series 1 to 7. But they still look at least in line on my shelf. It's just in the middle I have Series 9. Once again, if anyone has one floating around or knows someone that does, this guy will happily pay, but not $2,000.
I remember seeing it in like JB Hi-Fi.
No.
I remember seeing it. No?
Incorrect.
Haven't I already said this before?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
In Australia, they had the fucking classic JB Hi-Fi. They did the Steelbooks for Series 11, and then other than that, they've just fucked it up for all the other ones. I don't think they did anything special for Series 10. They just did the normal Blu-ray. But for the Steelbook art, for the special edition in Australia, what they did was this is a weird thing. They put the Steelbook art over like cardboard packaging, like slip sleeve that you like slide into.
That's right.
But it was thicker because there was also a plaque of the TARDIS pull to open sign, like a photo frame TARDIS, but it was like thick, like it wasn't just a picture. It was like a thick carved out sign that you'd pull out and rest on your desk or something.
Okay. Which
is like kind of cool. But it had the Steelbook artwork on that. They never actually, from memory, I don't think released the Steelbook in Australia.
Weird.
Once again, Australia getting dogged.
Weird.
Dogged. But I do have the Series 10 Steelbook coming in the next couple of days.
Okay, that's good.
So that's my little happy ending on this rant.
Yeah, but man, come on, like you're gonna look at that space.
Oh, shut up! I know.
You're gonna hate it.
As soon as I take off the Series 10 normal Blu-ray and put on the Steelbook, it's gonna be so obvious. That was just one in the wrong case.
Someone. The best way you could find a copy would be something like this, or through like Doctor Who Twitter.
Yeah.
Someone I'm sure is willing to sell you a copy.
I'll just keep crying out about it over and over again. But honestly, who the fuck sells it for $2,000? And who still has a new one? And then today or yesterday, when that eBay listing came up, went, I'm going to sell this brand new one today for $2,000.
I'll tell you why.
Why?
They heard the show. And they decided to post it.
That fucker Aidan will pay this money, won't
and they
he?
think you're gonna pay it.
That's it.
And you can barter them down a little bit.
That's it. They were like, he's got the most successful podcast in the Doctor Who
Well,
universe.
the biggest Doctor Who podcast.
The biggest podcast in the world. He can pay for it, right?
I wonder if you can... Is it Amazon or eBay?
That was eBay.
Okay, I wonder if you can... Because you can barter on eBay, can't you?
It depends.
Oh, I think they can put two options where you can... I wonder if you can private message the owner and be like, look,
hey,
don't be a fucking idiot.
Could you knock a sweet 1.5k off that price?
Maybe if you message him and say, look, like, let's be honest, no one's going to buy it for that price. I'll happily buy it off you for X, Y, and
That's
Z.
not going to happen.
I would try if I were you.
Dude, the postage is $150. This guy knows how fucking ridiculous he's being.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I genuinely do think he's just taken the piss, hoping that some millionaire was happy to spend that kind of money to get it.
Well, I'm not a millionaire.
Unfortunately, you're not a millionaire, so that doesn't really solve the problem.
It doesn't.
Someone's got to have one.
Someone, at me, please.
I don't know who, but there's got to be someone in even Perth who's got it. Someone in Perth's got it.
We'll find out.
You'll find somewhere.
We'll find out. If this show does anything in the world,
yeah,
get me that fucking Steelbook.
Can we remind you we've done 100 episodes next week?
Next week, episode 100.
That means that we've done a lot for you guys. All we're asking is,
I'm asking in return.
I'm asking for him.
That's right.
Okay? Just give us the damn Steelbook.
Hours and hours of content. Hours and hours of editing.
Yeah.
Of doing Photoshop.
Of putting up with each other.
Posting tweets. Putting up with Conor.
Each other.
Having to watch Doctor Who.
Oh, God, that's the worst part.
That's the worst part. No, I'm kidding. Let's move on from this. I hate asking for shit.
That's okay.
Okay.
It's you, so I can happily be like, it's not me asking, so.
You don't do any physical media anymore, though, do you? Like, you don't buy anything.
Oh, vinyls.
No, but like Blu-rays.
No.
Because I've gotten well back into it lately.
I kind of just like, here's why though, because I don't have like a theater room or the TV upstairs is lovely, but there's always people up there like most of the time, and the TV in my room fucking sucks. If I was buying 4K Blu-rays, 1080p Blu-rays, I wasn't getting anything out of it. Like there was no point. When I move back or when I move to another place, maybe I could consider doing it. I'm totally for it, but I was spending a lot of money on Blu-rays, and I wasn't able to enjoy them in the quality which I'm buying. I mean, I got all the Star Wars ones, and they were like sometimes like $50 a pop.
Yeah,
it's
Steelbooks usually are.
It's pricey.
Yeah, I think one of my prides is the Marriage Story Criterion Collection.
That is really fun.
That's great. And yeah, that costs.
That's like me with finals now. That's what I do. My mate Mitchell, he buys the Steelbooks and never watches them.
Yeah, really.
He just buys them.
Damn.
Just to have them look pretty. in the
Yeah. Well, I can just really notice these days.
Sorry, I probably shouldn't say he does watch them, but not like you would. Like.
Yeah. I can really notice the difference between streaming and a Blu-ray these days now, though. Like, I really rubs me the wrong way. I'm watching Better Call Saul at the moment, and I'm like, I can tell you're just a streaming
That's the thing, though, because like people think just because like you can stream Better Call Saul, say, in like 4K, but depending on your internet, it's constantly buffering. The quality
and even
is
if it's
like
4K
dropping.
Though, it's still compressed. Yeah, it's not actual 4K.
No, and it's like because again, depending on your internet, it can go in and out quality. Sound's a big thing as well.
Yeah, you never get the same sound.
No, you don't. Yeah, so I'm totally for it, but again, I just didn't have any.
No, that's fair, and it's expensive.
Reasoning, yeah, to get it. And you know, I would rather buy like a vinyl or something.
Threw on a vinyl the other day. Night Vision's Imagine Dragons.
Oh, you have Night Visions on vinyl?
Yeah, I've got I think they only did the first 2 albums on vinyl. The second album's not as great, but the first album, man, it was a nostalgia trip. Night Vision is such a nostalgia trip. Like,
yeah, it's a good album.
Starting with Radioactive, having Tiptoe on there. Dude, that was like childhood kind of thing, right? Remember we'd be like skating around our hometown and it'd be like boom, boom, waking up to ash
Top
and
of the
dust.
World, Demons.
Yeah, I'm on top of the world. Hey,
yeah, it's a good album.
It is a great album. Yeah.
Did you ever
buy
catch?
Me the vinyl?
Huh?
Did you buy me the vinyl for like my 18th or something?
Maybe.
I actually think you did.
Maybe I did actually.
There we go. That brought it back to the show.
Yeah, I think I did actually.
I think you did.
Yeah, maybe thanks. I did. Yeah, that's okay.
Out of it. I just wanted to listen to something different. I have my go-to vinyls that I play when I'm like doing stuff in my room and stuff, and I just wanted something that I'd not listened to in a while. I saw Night Visions in there, and I was like, done.
Yeah, I did that today. I tried on an album I haven't listened to for like a couple months, and I was like, yeah, this takes me back. But I hate when like you listen to something way too much, you love it, but you're like, fuck me, Dad, I need to break from like this artist because I've listened to them like so much.
Me and the Wombats all the time.
Yeah,
I like go through a stage and I'll froth them for like 2 weeks, then I'm like, all right, I need like 3 months off.
Yeah, I was in like the top 0.0005% of the Avalanches, which I believe Mitchell calculated because they got like 2 million listeners per month, which made me like in the top 100 like worldwide.
That's pretty solid.
And I just got I liked them before, but I completely fell in love with them. And I was meant to see them live, but they couldn't come because of COVID. But I'm trying to just go to heaps of concerts now. I'm going to see Oliver Tree. I'm going to go see Leon Bridges as well. I don't know if you know him.
No. Should come Wombats
really
in June. I
have a really bad reason why I don't like the Wombats. But
why?
I told you about this. I had like an old girlfriend who loved them.
Never
so I'm like,
never. I think I just
it just doesn't sit well with me.
No, that's fine.
But
well, you can make new memories about them.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I remember you were both at the concert at the same time, and I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, I know a guy there.
Dude, I know so many people. I literally had the conversation with someone a week ago of someone saying, I've told you this story before. And I was like, no, you haven't. And they're like, yeah, this person was at the concert at the same time as you. And so was this person.
It was in that
and
kind
you were
of like
literally in each
place,
other's Snapchats.
Like the field. Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
It sounds great. I'm not against it. I just think that there's some bad memories connected to it.
Bad blood.
I think.
Some bad blood.
I get to see Oliver Tree though in July. Oh no, I'm seeing Glass Animals as well.
Ah, there you go.
Who I don't even like, but they're alright. I know 2 songs.
But you won't see Wombats.
But
dear old Aidan.
Aren't Glass Animals and Wombats just the fucking
from the Wombats?
Aidan, I'm here live.
Bar in Tokyo.
Aren't the Wombats and Glass Animals pretty much the exact same?
I don't really listen to Glass Animals.
They're carbon copies of each other, I'm pretty sure.
Oh look,
Oliver Tree though, I've loved for many years, and it's awesome to see him. His first show ever in Perth. Not even like he didn't even come to a festival or anything. He always skipped Perth, so I get to see him live.
I've got Guns N' Roses in November with my dad.
Yeah, I got rescheduled, didn't it?
From last November to this November.
Yeah.
I don't ever actively listen to Guns N' Roses, but my dad wanted to, and I was like, "That's your birthday present," or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it was like Father's Day or something. And then he was mentioning Foo Fighters the other day that are coming in November.
Yeah, they come in. Yeah. There's bands I can really love and respect, but just not go or listen to their music. And I know Foo Fighters are really great.
Yeah.
I just can't see myself ever listening to them.
It's times like these.
Yeah, I like Best of You. That's a really great song, but that's not enough. Says me going to Glass Animals only knowing 2 songs. But
big brain. I also saw Dua Lipa's coming, and I was like,
Aidan's I gotta be careful what I say. Aidan's love interest. So I was gonna say Wet Dream. I thought you'd tell me off. Aidan's Wet Dream. Is it Dua Lipa?
Dua Lipa.
I don't really know her music.
Dude, it's the only pop shit I listen to, and it's so vibe. Fuck off with your Charlie XCX shit. Dua Lipa's where it's at.
Charlie XCX was born in the same suburb as me.
Interesting.
Where legends were born.
Right.
Yeah.
So the 5-ish Doctors then.
Dylan's going to kill you for saying that. He
What?
loves Charlie XCX.
Yeah, well, we've literally already had this conversation, me and Dylan.
I can't imagine what that's like.
Oh, it's fine. All right, the 5-ish Doctors, mate.
Was that it? With the direction was really great, by the way. In
Adventure in Space and Time.
yeah, and that ending scene's fantastic.
It's
And
all very
seeing Matt
special.
Smith is great.
It all feels very
It doesn't
special.
feel. It didn't feel when Matt was in it. It didn't feel forced.
No, it didn't. It felt natural. Felt very natural. Didn't really like the guy that played Patrick Troughton though.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a delayed scene where for some reason there's all these there's all these pictures of Mark Gatiss as
You can
John
just
Pertwee.
wait for behind the scenes, mate.
Okay.
Also, okay.
Okay.
Other conversation me and Dylan have had is how you say Pertwee.
Yeah. All right. I was having like a bad day, and like he messaged me and like didn't say like great episode. He just ripped into me. It was a great video, just ripping into me about how I say John Pertwee. I'm like, bro, really? Come on, give me a break.
Pertwee.
I'm literally trying my best here.
Calm.
Okay.
Let's remain calm.
Huh?
Pertwee.
Pertwee. Yeah.
Pertwee. Yeah. There we go.
I make a video and I put it out, and I always get nervous when I release videos.
Yeah.
And then I get
Well, no,
that back, and
it's
I was
not.
like,
Well, at least for me, it's not a roasting thing. It's just a.
yeah.
It's Pertwee. I genuinely don't know if you were just saying it wrong or if it was a.
No, I just
inflection.
I said it wrong. Yeah.
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 Well, now you know.
I'm sorry, I said it wrong.
Kind of. I'm sorry. Speech.
Yeah. Pertwee.
The 5-ish Doctors reboot. That's what we're going to talk about briefly now. Y'all know it's the 2013 comedy spoof sketch thing.
Yep.
Which is silly, witty banter with the boys, really, isn't it?
It is.
The classic Doctors trying to force their way into the 50th. And I think it's fucking hilarious. I loved it at the time. I love it even more now, knowing who these guys are. They're great. What do you feel like?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Again, it's probably
so
different
cool.
now that you know. The
Oh
Doctors.
yeah. Well, not Colin Baker. Thank you, Aidan.
We'll
No,
get there. We'll
I
do some
know.
Colin.
I know. Colin Baker's Doctor enough. I know all of them enough, but yeah, no, it was. It's so great, and there's so much stuff. Like I remember looking back at the 50th and being like, oh, it could have been so much more. But now rewatching all this
So
stuff they
much
did,
more.
so much more. Listen to me. They did so much though. They really did.
They did.
And the fact they even let Peter Davison just like write and direct this little thing is
crazy.
so funny.
I wonder if he like spearheaded it and was like, I want to do this.
He must have. Yeah,
Surely.
he must have.
It's so fun. Another thing, I'm just so glad it exists. And I hope they do a sequel for the 60th. This was so successful.
It's awesome.
It's so funny, man.
Peter Jackson's in it.
Dude, the fact that they're on the set, like Ian McKellen is in it, and he's like, well, frankly, I think the scene will be a lot better without Sylvester McCoy in it.
Yeah. I don't know. What sounds so great about it is that they clearly just like called a few favors and were like, look, we just want to get this quick little
we've
scene.
got $5 in the budget.
Pretty much like, do you mind if we quickly get you in it? And the fact that like Ian McKellen and Peter Jackson are in it, and David makes a brief cameo.
Matt does, Jenna does.
Matt and Jenna does. Stevens. Oh, Russell T Davis at the end. So, Russell the T Davis. Funny. it's so good. And he leaves a massive voicemail.
One of my favorite things is Stephen Moffat going like, I'm busy or whatever. And then it pulls out and he's like, now where were we?
Yeah. There's so many great parts about it. And it's so I remember seeing John Barrowman in it, and when I watched it the first time and being so happy that he was in it, because it had been years since we'd really seen him in anything. And I love that he was in it. It's kind of weird though that John Barrowman's like openly gay, and in the thing he has like kids and a wife.
I'm confused as to what that was about.
I think they kind of like wrote him in as being straight.
I think that's kind of the joke though. I think it's like,
don't tell anyone.
Yeah, and then they look in and
maybe.
it's like kids.
Oh.
And it's like, well, this is weird.
Okay, yeah. It was really cool seeing him at the time. It just kind of sucks. It sucks now watching it and being like,
Yeah, a bit tainted.
Come on, Johnny.
It's funny having his music though, and it's just like skipping through all the songs whilst they're driving to Wales.
It is. There's so many moments. Yeah, that is really funny. It's like,
So good.
oh, the hell of it, let's go. Yeah, they just drive to the Doctor Who experience, and to get in, they pay with the John Barrowman Live at the Opera and like the CDs.
Yeah,
the DVD of him
There's
at the
so
at
many
the opera.
good gags. You know, the whole thing with them with the signs saying like no doctors, no classic doctors, no 50th or whatever. I remember seeing like posters
Yes.
or like just photos that have been
Yes.
fans walking past had taken and stuff. And everyone was like, what the fuck is going on with this? Is it just a meme? And then it came out like a few months later that it was for this special episode.
Yeah, because I remember seeing a picture of Peter Davison holding up that sign, and I remember thinking like, oh my god, this is legit. Like, they're actually protesting about it, and
so
no one
funny.
really knew. And I personally thought it was real.
Yeah,
I was
so
like,
did I.
oh fuck, this is pretty heavy.
Fucked up.
Steven's getting some shit. There are something. Olivia Colman's in it at the beginning.
She is with Sean Pertwee.
Yep.
John Pertwee's son.
Yep. I saw on the creds. Credits, yeah.
And yeah, every joke pretty much lands for me. Like Colin being like, more of me with
so
his classic
good.
things, and he like sits down and it pulls
And they're
out
all
and
gone.
they're all gone,
Yeah.
and they're like slamming on the door to get
I've
out.
locked every door. Yeah. They like definitely take the piss out of themselves as well, which is like so funny.
And even the very end when they get cut out from the 50th.
Oh man.
Is like, it's a great punchline. It works so well.
So is it actually them in the 50th under the...
I don't think it would be, no.
Okay.
I think it would be funny though.
Because if you ever try to stay still, I feel like you could see, even if you try to stay completely still, if you're under there.
No, maybe. I
probably
feel like
could
it
see it
probably is
moving
actors that are under there
a little
anyways,
bit.
but-
Maybe. But I wondered if it was them.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be very curious.
It'd be really cool if it was, because they are in it, technically.
Yeah.
The Doctor's are in it, because the whole Dalek thing gets cut, which is so funny.
It's so funny. Like Nick Briggs and the other Dalek operators sat
It's
in a
so
room
funny.
reading like this Dalek handbook thing.
Yeah.
And then they get locked in and they're like, oh, well, they're
Yeah, they just
lost.
don't go far. They're like,
Something.
Yeah, Nick Briggs. Yeah, David makes a really quick cameo, but it's really fun.
Yeah. Dude, George is giving birth.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I think I'm forgetting something.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, because they like David's like the rat giving them information when like they're filming and stuff, and you hear it's like the Scottish rat, but then it's like, you know, you see him later on, and it's all so good. Yeah, man, what a great a little thing they just did, and if they can
So
do
good.
something like that again, dude, the whole Sylvester Hobbit jokes,
Yeah.
are so
I am in
funny.
The Hobbit, you know.
Really? Yeah. Oh, and Paul McGann is in it. I assume because of scheduling, he couldn't be in it much.
Probably,
he must have
yeah.
been filming something.
Yeah.
But I do love that.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing, I'm in.
I'm in. Yeah, that's great.
Tom don't phone in Tom Baker, and then they show you the clip from the Five Doctors where the thing comes down and he gets stuck, which is the same reason why he wasn't in the Five Doctors.
Yeah. Dude, it's so funny. Oh, what a laugh.
I wonder why they
love,
couldn't get him for a little scene with because he was in the 50th. I thought maybe he would be in like a tiny little scene, but still.
Well, it's nice that all the Doctors kind of got something, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Because Tom's obviously in the 50th, McGann has his own episode, and then these three guys have this. I also was watching the behind the scenes for the 50th the other day, and Colin Baker narrates the behind the scenes episode.
Okay.
Which is like 15 minutes long.
And today we're on the set of the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who.
Impeccable Colin impression.
Thank you, Aidan.
Yeah.
Skongo is the best villain. How
That's
many
a good
times have
name.
people asked Colin Baker to write?
Skongo the best.
Skongo is the best.
They've
Or
asked all the
sign.
classic Doctors.
Huh?
They've asked all the Doctors.
Yeah, and they always sign Skongo. Everyone knows Skongo
It's a very
now.
niche joke. I
Let's
feel.
go.
Um,
If you know, you know.
if you know, you know.
You
Bit
know.
of touch. Do you remember when they made an audio drama about Skongo?
Yeah.
God, that's just funny.
Mhm.
I also love
I
like
love it.
Peter Davison walking into the production office, and they're all shaking his hands, and they're like, "You're my favorite. You were my doctor."
Oh, you were my mum's favorite, and it was like,
yeah.
look,
You're
my
my
favorite. Yeah. You haven't aged a day. Dude, so good. Oh, yeah. Oh. And it starts off with they're watching The Snowman.
Yeah. Yeah, and the
Funny.
kids are like, so
Will
not
you be
interested.
yeah. Will you be I like how he comes back down and he's like, kids, I got some bad news. I won't be in the 50th. And they just
Keep playing
They're
the
just
Doctor
like-
Who game.
yeah, they're just like yeah. Yeah, it's like Amy running around the TARDIS in the Doctor Who game. Oh, it's so funny. What a great little thing.
It's lovely, man.
I love it.
Lovely. Yeah, that's good fun. I can't believe it happened. Where did it air? What was it? Was it just like an online thing?
I don't know. I can't remember.
It was on the Red Button service in the UK. Came out on the 50th day, on the 23rd.
Wow,
There
okay.
you go.
Yeah, I remember I just watched some like rip from like YouTube.
Well, I got to watch it on Blu-ray for the first time. It was lovely.
The only place you can watch
The only
it
place you can.
in 1080.
That's it. All right, shall we move on to Australia's favourite segment?
Let's do it.
Let's go back to an adventure in space and time to do Goof of the Week. Do you have any goofs this week? Any production errors? No. Another good joke from the Five-ish Doctors is the no wobbly sets thing. That's funny. I always love that one. I love when they first walk into the TARDIS. Anyways, Goof of the Week is the segment where we talk about the silly production errors. There's not too many these days in New Who, because it's pretty well made.
Niche.
But there is one, and you're going to kick yourself for not saying this, because you know it.
Do I?
Fucking know it, man.
What?
Matt Smith on the green screen going from behind the TARDIS console to in front of the TARDIS console.
Oh, yes, of course.
That gem. It just takes you out of the immersion
Oh,
completely.
of course. Yes.
It's I don't know why. I don't know why they did that.
Well, it is in his head.
Yeah, but it just looks
He's
wrong.
imagining it.
It just looks so wrong.
Yeah. Oh, you can tell it's a green screen, by the way.
Yeah.
But it's very cute. Was it a last minute decision, or could Matt Smith just not show up?
I probably just couldn't show up. They were probably
Okay.
shooting Series 7 or the 50th
Okay.
at the time or something. I don't know. Madness. All right. Well, let's move on to Australia's second favourite
funny.
segment. Boys and girls, it's time to take a look behind the curtain for behind the scenes. Behind the scenes is a segment where we talk about, well, Conor.
Behind the scenes.
Thank you. Little bits of trivia, little bits that you might not have known about the episode. So we're gonna get a little bit to talk about with this one. So brace yourself for a lot of Aidan tongue action.
Okay.
You love Aidan tongue action. So fun fact.
Wow.
Fun fact: Peter Capaldi visited the set before he was even cast as the 12th Doctor. He just did a visit.
I love Doctor Who.
Get me in. Do you want to be on it? Okay, that's how it happened.
I'll be the doc.
Gaius cast himself as Pertwee, but his scenes were cut.
Told ya.
Mm-hmm.
Told ya.
Damn well did.
Pertwee.
Little bits of things that were not necessarily wrong, but slightly altered by the production. Yes, Pertwee, not Pertwee.
Pertwee.
So Sydney and Verity were highly invested in pushing the series to success. Rather than it kind of is portrayed a little bit that Sydney's a little bit in the background, and it's all Verity. Whilst Verity, I think, was like a huge figure, it was very much the two of them that pushed it, from my understanding. And their conflict was quite exaggerated, but you get that. It's a drama, you know. You need a bit of tension. The sprinklers and the power outage didn't actually happen in the recording for An Unearthly Child. It happened in the recording of the Aztecs quite a while later.
Okay.
Once again, it's just one of those things where just to make it a bit easier than jumping around all the time, bringing it all and adding a bit of stakes, I think it's understandable.
Okay.
The climax of the film, Hartnell during his... this is the dumbest fucking... I copied and pasted this here because it was TARDIS Wiki being so wanky. At the climax of the film, Hartnell, during his final day on set, is seen to encounter a vision of either Matt Smith or the 11th Doctor. There is no evidence for either of these events actually occurring in reality. I was like, fucking hell, TARDIS Wiki. Of course it didn't.
Okay.
He wasn't sat there like...
I see.
In 20 years, a guy called Matt
God.
Smith is going to be born, and in 25 years after that, he's going to play the Doctor, the 11th. So dumb. The film was originally broadcast on BBC Two and was immediately followed by a rebroadcast of all 4 episodes of The Unearthly Child.
Okay.
There you go. BBC Two, that's a bit different. It only got 2.71 million viewers, but I think that's probably pretty good for BBC Two.
That's pretty good.
I think. I don't really know the BBC Two.
Yeah, I
averages,
can see that being good.
Yeah. The classic set that got built for this, has been reused so much since. You see it in Hellbent, in the TARDIS that Clara runs off with at the end. We see it in Twice Upon a Time, obviously as the first Doctor's TARDIS.
Yep.
We see it in Fugitive of the Jejune as the Fugitive's TARDIS.
Oh, yes.
We also see it in The Timeless Children and Revolution of the Daleks, the TARDIS that they steal to get off of Gallifrey. I guess it's just now like the basic desktop setting
Yes.
of the TARDIS. I love
Well,
referring to it as a desktop setting.
It must be. Yeah.
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 Yeah, because it's like, well, the new ones come in, I guess. Here's your fun fact about Brian Cox, who he was in Doctor Who. He played the Elder Ood in The End of Time, or he did the voice of it at least.
Wow.
Something is coming. Something is
It's
coming.
coming,
It's
and something is
coming,
coming.
and
We
it's
do that
coming,
joke,
and it's
and
coming.
yeah, it's coming, and something is coming, and it's coming soon,
coming.
and it'll be here soon, and it's here.
It's coming. The Legend of the Sea Devil trailer is coming.
It's
it is
coming.
soon. It's coming. It is coming.
I saw you follow that page on Twitter. It's like counting down
the days
till. Very cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's almost here. Legend of the Sea
It's
Devil's
almost here.
Almost here, baby.
Even though they haven't actually confirmed it is coming out on Easter, it is coming out on Easter.
No, but it's fine. It's fine. A little bit of a historic moment here. This was the last drama shot at Wimbledon Studios in London, which was shut down a month after its conclusion.
Okay.
And it was originally pitched for the 30th anniversary special to do this. A combination of recreated scenes and documentary they were going to do for it. And then Gaddis pitched this 20 years later, which was surprising, actually. He wasn't just picked for it. He actually pitched it to the BBC. And he was unaware that it had been pitched previously. And I think at first they were like, no, there's no money in the budget, Mark. We're not doing this. But I guess it just ended up happening. There wasn't much information out there for that. All right.
It's even a beautiful Adventure in Space and Time is such a beautiful title as well.
It is. Yeah, we haven't
It's a
spoken
very,
about that.
very beautiful title.
Yeah, I used to always get pissed off because I get it confused whether it was time and space or space and time.
Yes.
It's an adventure in space and time.
Yes.
It's beautiful. All right, shall I bring in the clowns, Connor?
Sure.
It's time to hear about what you guys think about this episode. It's time for Just Twitter Tings. Not a lot going on over on Twitter this week, but what we do have is a lovely review in from friend of the show. It's Finny. Literally sent this in like 30 minutes before we started recording, so that's lovely.
Queen
She says, I love this. It's so perfect. A little special one-off drama about the creation of Doctor Who. It's so clever. It's charming and lovely, but also heartbreaking. I don't know why Matt appears at the end, but I still like it. I think it's cast very well, and it makes me cry. It's something that not only fans of the show can enjoy, but everyone. 10 out of 10. I agree. It is just like you said, your girlfriend really liked it.
Yeah.
And she's not necessarily at all a fan of Doctor Who.
I wouldn't say so.
Yeah.
I haven't really got anything at all. I put out a poll. 100% people agreed that they like it very much so. And then Just Vinny said, bloody mint.
Bloody mint.
Yeah,
There we go.
Fortunately, no one really had anything to say about it.
No.
But I know it's very well loved by pretty much everybody.
Yeah, I've never really heard anything bad.
So, yeah. I guess there isn't really much to say about it, necessarily. It's not really a review of an episode of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
But I know everyone just really loves it.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Good shit. So you love it, Connor. What
do.
would you rate it?
8 out of 10.
Fucking same as me, my man.
Okay.
8 out of 10.
Ew.
Banging.
8.
Line up them 8s. 50th specials are off for a wild time. I wasn't actually going to record a rating for it, but Five-ish Doctors is a flat 10 out of 10 for me. I love it so much. It's a good meme. What
It's
would
so
you say?
good. Yeah, gone 10.
10. It's so funny,
Yeah.
especially
It's great that it's
how
made.
pissed I was as well. I was laughing my heart off the back of the In-Betweeners movie, which is so funny, to go into the Five-ish Doctors and for it still to be so fucking hilarious.
Oh, man.
Either says something about how drunk I was or about how good the episode is.
Yeah, I watched all 3 seasons of The In-Betweeners.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I also yesterday watched Too Far Gone, the Walking Dead season 4 mid-season final.
Oh, where Emily
episode.
Kinney dies.
No,
that's series 5,
that's
isn't it?
season 5. This is the episode where Herschel dies. And this is where the governor rocks up at the prison and gets absolutely yeeted.
Oh, yeah, I kind of remember it.
I
yeah.
randomly just wanted to rewatch it just for nostalgia
I feel that
aspects.
with Walking Dead every now and then.
Yeah, there's some episodes I just randomly. It's when Herschel gets his head cut off with
Rip
Michonne's sword.
the actor as well.
Yes. Oh
Yeah.
man, sometimes it's just fun to just go back and watch stuff. And in between I'll always just revisit that every like a year or so. 'Cause it's always an absolute treat
So easy to throw
to
it on.
rewatch. Oh, it's so fucking great.
Can't wait to get up to the Chibnall era in-betweeners stuff with what's it? What's the guy that plays Jay? He's in all 55.
Oh yeah, of course, yes. All 55.
Dude, I swear Chibs loves the in-betweeners because he's used both half the actors.
Oh yeah, of
from
course,
it.
yeah.
And like I'm watching Torchwood and I'm like, there's some jokes in here that are a bit like saucy that are written by Chib.
It's it's fucking, I love it. It's so good. It's great.
Beautiful people. Guys, next week
we made it.
Well, not yet. We'll find out.
Who knows?
We'll find out.
COVID might fuck us over.
Episode 100 next week. We are celebrating with the 50th anniversary special and a few drinks. We've got a few things to shake it up, make it a little bit different than the normal episode. It is still just going to be me and Conor because it's fun and that's the fundamentals.
That's how it started.
The show. It's how it started and how it ends.
How it ends
next week.
The show is cancelled.
It is
on 100 on the dot.
That's it. That's the way to go.
Bye. Next week.
Actually, 99. We should leave.
What, to just leave everyone on the?
Just leave it. Thanks for your time, guys. See you next time.
That's a very morbid end, but I guess that's kind of how it has to end.
Yeah. Episode 100 next week.
I don't want to
go.
go.
A lot of fun.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Oh god.
I'm gonna look back at some old stuff that me and Conor have made together in the past, which I think will be a bit of fun.
Yeah, I got some stuff to maybe talk about. Yeah. I thought we could. This is a good idea to tell you now. I thought you could pick your favorite episode and your least favorite episode
of the podcast.
Oh
my god!
So you can say your favorite episode and your least favorite. More, I don't mean like least favorite. More just the one that just went to fucking shit.
We know
sucks.
what it is.
No, we don't.
We'll talk about that next week.
No, we don't. I feel like we'll have different ones, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm keen to know.
Birds.
Oh no, I know what yours is. I can tell. The fat cat. Or maybe not. Okay.
Fat cat. What's that?
No worry. Well, I know you were pissed off with how much you bullied James Corden on our Lodger review.
Oh god, it's not that, but yeah, I felt so bad about that. Oh goodness me.
All this and so much more next week. Thank you so much for listening or watching. Find us on Twitter and Instagram at 50doctor to tell us your thoughts on the episodes and watch us over on YouTube at the 50% Doctor Who podcast. We salute you, sir, and madame, and they, and everyone else.
Crew out.
Swag. Shall we sing?
Yeah, sure. It's Aidan and Connor's podcast. They're doing Doctor Who reviews. Episode 100 next. Doctor Who review.
A slightly less lame rendition this week.
It's getting better, I feel like.
I feel like the last few weeks have been very lame. Like there's somewhere I'm just like, it's Aidan.
The drum one was pretty cool when I was playing the two bottles.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Well done. You're a good drummer.
Oh, I used to drum.
See you in 100.
Why does it always end with that? It always ends with me saying I'm a drummer.
You're what?
A drummer! Goodbye.
Series 9 Steelbook, please.